It is a great privilege for me to invite our very own Sal to give the thought for the day.
So this is what it feels like. He's behind the camera. So my thought of the day today has to do with surrendering, finding faith, and having and practicing gratitude. As some of you know, I was in treatment for 3 months. I was in rehab. I'm an alcoholic and I'm in recovery. And I went to rehab and I was full of fear. I was scared. I was really pissed off about having, the situation I was in. I was ashamed. I was embarrassed. But I went, and it was probably the most horribly amazing experience of my life. And I want to tell just a little story about how I surrendered, how I found God, how I found faith, and how I, practice gratitude and have gratitude now. I was sitting in rehab and I was sharing a room with 3 other men, and it was time to go to bed. And I was reading the Father G's book, and I started to cry. And I was crying, and at first I was just crying. First I was crying because I was ashamed, I was embarrassed, I was sad. I couldn't believe that while I can get graduate degrees and I can travel and I can be successful supposedly in some people's eyes, that I was in rehab at 39, and I turned 31 in rehab. Luckily I had Jose Ariano with me, and he really helped me through a lot of tough times there, as well I did with him. And I was sitting there and I started to read Father G's book, and the paragraphs, I would read the paragraph and I wouldn't have to finish the paragraph. Why? Because I know this cool dude, and I get to hear his stories and get to tell the stories of the homeboys, and I had, right there in that moment, I had an epiphany, I had a moment of clarity, and I started to think about, I started to practice being grateful. I was like, wow, people come from all over the world to meet Father G and to meet us, people come from all over the nation to get to know us, and I'm sitting in a room crying, scared, ashamed, and all these things, and I should be absolutely happy. And right there in the moment I started to feel better. Why? Because I was sitting in a room and I saw there were 3 other men sleeping in that room, and they were facing 6-7 years in prison if they didn't finish this program. I was facing nothing, besides myself, which is pretty dangerous too. They didn't really have their family, that supportive, and my family was rooting for me. On top of that, I had the homeboy family sending me little huilas of support, little messages through other friends, I had to only be there for 3 months, and they had to be there for a year. And I started to feel, wow, like I get to work at this place, I get to be at Homeboy Industries, and right there on the spot, I got on my knees and I said, "Thy will be done, not my will, God. Please, I'm tired, I can't do it no more. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but just let me go with you. Let me get in that car with you, and I'll let you drive. I'm done. I don't want to drive this car anymore, My will got me here, and I just need God to help me." And it was one of the most important and most beautiful moments in my life, because I really believed what I believed. A lot of times in my life, I would say things, and I believed in God like it was an insurance policy. Like everybody else believes in God, so I might as well just in case. But in that moment, I knew God was real, and I can't explain that feeling when you know that God is real, and that people love you, and that you deserve the love that you're getting. And many of us in these rooms, we don't know how to take love. We're always worrying about, what's the condition on this love? And this love is unconditional, and it feels amazing. And I know that. I know what it feels to have unconditional love now. And there's homeboys here that are older than me, and I started to think, why am I scared to get to know them? Like Fabian, Lewis, Big Joe, other guys here. And I started to remember that when I was gangbanging, the older homies were the ones that were putting that condition on me, that I had to do things for their love. And these homeboys don't put any conditions on their love. They just give it freely. And it's amazing. And all you have to do is take it. And so today I just want you guys to think about, taking a moment opening yourself up and knowing that you deserve this love. And that, you know, in gangbanging, there's a thing that, you know, there's no surrender. No matter what, you don't surrender. But in recovery, you surrender everything. And that's the beautiful thing. So today, try to open yourself up to surrender to something higher than yourself. Try to walk towards God, because I promise if you take one step towards God, He will take 5 steps towards you. I give you my word because He did it for me. You know, I found God in this room, you know. And I never thought, I came here to help people, and you saved my life. And I don't know, there's no vocabulary for that, you know? But please practice gratitude today. Thank you.
Thank you.